So, good day everyone. I'm Karen May Kinikito. I will be discussing the Lesson 8 Communication for Employment, the application letter. Our learning objectives on this topic is learn how to write an application letter and use the right tone in persuading a prospective employer. I know that this topic was discussed last year in your high school or senior high school, and I believe that you already know how to write an application letter, right? So let me ask you all, is there a difference between the resume and the application letter? Yes, there is, because resume is what you have done, and while the application letter is are you the why you are the right person. And what comes up into our mind when you hear the application letter? Of course, we are thinking that this is a letter of a person who will apply for a job in their specific position. So now I will be discussing furthermore about the application letter. So what is application letter? An application letter is the first thing employers see, and it should motivate them to read your resume by showing that you have the needed qualification. It serves as a formal introduction and goes with your resume, giving only brief details. It means purpose. It may its main purpose is to make a good impression so you can be invited for an interview. So, the application letter is the first thing that the employer will see when you are applying for a job. The purpose of this is to impress the employer so that they are willing to proceed to your resume. And also, you should show your skills and qualification that they were looking for. And it should be formal introduction of yourself and neat, clear, and of course in a professional way. So, so here are the example of the application letter. As you can see in the heading, there is a street address, the city, the zip code and date, and after the recipient's name and title, the organization address and the salutation with a colon, and after the colon, space it, and next is position identified, match between experience and job description, the availability, gratitude, closing, and 3 to 4 line space for signature, and lastly, sender's name type. Now, let's proceed to the features of an application letter. There are three of them: the qualification, the pleasing tone, and format. First is qualification. Qualifications show clearly why you're interested in the job and what skills or qualities you have that match what the company needs. It means show them why are you interested and your skills that match the job. Cause of course, hindi naman pwede mag-apply ka sa isang company na hindi mo match, di ba? So next is the pleasing tone. So, go beyond listening skills, use words that show you can be the employee you want. Keep your letter neat and error free. So, here in the pleasing tone is it means hindi mayabang but confidence application letter mo and show that you are the employer they were looking for. So lastly is the format. Format follow a proper business format or black style. Include addresses, date, salutation, body, closing, and signature. So here in the format means of course you should follow the standard of the format. Your address, the date, employer's details, greeting, body, closing, and signature. And so next, let's proceed to guidelines for writing an application letter. There are 5 of them. First is the focus. Focus is an application letter should be direct and focused. Include only information relevant for the position and avoid unnecessary details. In short, in the focus, direct to the point. Huwag nang paligoy-ligoy pa na may marami ka pang unnecessary story or etc. Be focused. Next is stay on the topic. State the reason for the letter right away. Unlike essay or emails, application letters should clearly introduce their purpose in the first paragraph. For example, I am writing to apply for the FASIN scholarship for students majoring in accountancy. So, here and stay on the topic, state it direct that why are you applying this kind of a position. And next is think of your letter as an argument. Think of your letter as an argument. You are claiming that you're qualified for the position. So support it with reason and evidence such as education, experience, and references. It means that, let's say, a debate. Show them that you are qualified and you have proof that skills, experience, references that thing in the think as your letter as an argument. So, and next is choose an appropriate salutation. If you know the person's name and title, use it. Dear Attorney Lim. If not, use the full name. Dear Jean Chavez. For unknown readers, write Dear Sir or Madam, or use a subject line instead. Whenever possible, address a specific person, and after an interview, write directly to your interviewer. So this is just a salutation of writing in the application letter. So lastly is the proofread. Is the application letter demands perfection since employers often receive many applications. Typos or grammar errors can create a bad impression. Suggesting carelessness to compete, always proofread and strive for accuracy. Means that the importance and no errors of your grammar, spelling, and the format, because the employer will see that you're a responsible and you're attentive sa paggawa mo ng application letter. So next is this application letter is I am going to have an activity but for you all that I will be having a game, but sadly hindi natuloy. But this activity is you're going to identify where the errors are or incorrect here. So first, as you can see, the heading is the address. There is a incorrect. The date, it should be in a whole, or let's say sa nakalagay dyan ay is just a number at my slash, but it should be June 28, 2018. So the next is Director AB Investment, 17 Harrison Road and Baguio City. This part is you must put the Baguio City after the 17 Harrison Road, not next to it. So this is wrong too. And the Dear Sir or Madam, I think mali din siya dahil kulang ang kanyang kama. Mali dahil walang kama. Dapat Dear Sir or Madam then comma. And the first paragraph, as you can see already, it's incorrect. Like he said, I am applying for the position of sales executive which you advertised in Philippine Star dated 25th June 2018. And I would love to apply the experiences I've gained from being a sales manager in Who Enterprise, which produces excellent clothing lines. The wrong here is I would love to apply. This is informal. And also excellent clothing lines. This line is unnecessary adjectives. Ito lang siguro yung mali dito sa first paragraph. Mali ito dahil unnecessary ang ginamit niya. Ang sinabi ko kanina ay dapat focus talaga. So next paragraph is, I graduated recently in XYZ school with a diploma in entrepreneurship. During my fourth year, I worked in PAL as a sales representative for our months. And in those months, I learned valuable lessons and acquired skills for marketing strategies that are essential in your company, which I know it will break your record. The wrong here is the grammar errors. The fourth year and work and learn. The word learn. These grammar errors are wrong in the second paragraph. And of course, the praise too. In this break your record is awkward and unprofessional siya. And the third one is I have good communication skills since I was often given opportunities to deliver speeches way back in college and school events and occasions. I know this I know with these skills I would be an asset to your company. Here in the third paragraph, the wrong here is way back, too casual. And next is I am a sociable person, you know. That is why I have a good number of friends. This is advantage to make you sales successful. I attach my resume. This kind of this in the paragraph is kind of may ginamit siya na mayabang siya. The you know words is very casual, and the good numbers of friends is hindi din siya professional way. And the last part is I am looking forward to seeing you as soon as you call me for an interview. Too pushy lang siya ang last part niya, and dapat respectful request, hindi command. Ha? Dapat be respectful. And yours faithfully is okay naman siya, pero sa PH contact was natural. So basically, it should be respectfully yours. So, in the end is his name, George T. Gonzalez. And so, ito dapat ang tama sa paggawa ng kanyang application letter. Ganito dapat ang paggawa. Ito din yung tama sa paggawa ng application letter. So, remember, in writing an application letter, be clear, focused, and professional. State your purpose, highlight your qualification, use the correct format, and proofread carefully to make a strong impression on your employer. So again and again, be unique of the other applicant, and your application letter should be clear and a professional way, and of course be respectful for your application letter. Hindi dapat mayabang. And also you have to be confident. So that will be all about the application letter. Thank you for listening.